contest. We're here to watch and enjoy the action, not argue with calls. They may see something on the court that we cannot see, and we would like to respect their rulings. So the Eagles will win the tip-off. And Caden Comer with the ball passes it down to Emily Actor. And Actor, her shot's off the mark, but an offensive rebound from the Eagles. Waffle at the top of the arc has the ball batted out of her hands, and possession will stay with the Eagles. 11 seconds on the shot clock here. Inbounding the ball is Waffle. Waffle went to Comer at midcourt. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Comer driving to the basket. She'll pass it back out to Actor. Actor will take a shot at three, and she'll drain the three.
11, Emily Actor.
So a nice three to start things off for Emily Actor and the Eagles. Three-point attempt from the Thunderwolves is off the mark, and defensive rebound by the Eagles. Actor with the ball again. Back to Comer. Comer driving to the basket. She'll lose possession, but recovered by Actor. Powers shoots, and it's off the mark. It hit the side of the backboard. And a defensive rebound for the Thunderwolves. And a turnover there by Charisse Fairley and the Thunderwolves, so possession goes to the Eagles. I didn't see what the signal was. I believe that it was a carry, and Eagles pass will roll out of bounds there. So possession will go to the Thunderwolves. In the corner, three-point attempt is good. That one by Morgan Dial. Dial again, one of those key players in the last game for the Wolfpack is against Waylon Baptist, and a three-pointer from the Eagles there. And the pass that'll sail out of bounds by the Thunderwolves, and the possession will go to the Eagles. Powers. Pass just slips out of her hands and out of the reach of Waffle and out of bounds. So last touched by Shadron. Possession will go to the Thunderwolves. Inbounding the ball is Fairley. Fairley will inbound it to her teammate, Tamia Johnson. Johnson driving towards the rim. She'll make a quick pass, and it's deflected by a few Eagle defenders. Actor down in the corner will pass it out to Waffle. Waffle down under the basket to Ayano. Ayano spins and shoots, and she'll get two on the board. 8-3 lead for the Eagles early in this one. 7 minutes and counting in the opening quarter. Pass goes to Janiyah Davis. Now at the top of the arc, taking the three-point shot was Charisse Fairley, and she drains the three. So 8-6 in the Eagle lead. Comer will take a three-point shot, and it is off the mark, and a foul on Emily Actor. That'll be her first team foul for either team. So a possession will go to the Thunderwolves. Taking the ball across the timeline is Tori Bass. And another three-point attempt, and it is drained by Charisse Fairley. Fairley again, the sharpshooter that the Eagles have to keep in mind and defend well, is She had a great game against Wayland Baptist at the three-point arc. She shot 30% for that game, but if you look at her attempts in that game, a very high number of attempts, but rather successful. Now under the basket and getting two was Landry Hudson, and a whistle and a timeout. Timeout by Chadron. So the Thunderwolves will regain the lead 11-8 here with 6 minutes left in the first quarter. So we'll step aside. You're watching Chadron State College basketball on CSC Live. Back here at the Chacoin Center as the Eagles inbound the ball. They took a 30-second timeout there. They'll have 3 timeouts remaining as the ball goes to Comer in the corner. And for 3, and it's off the mark, was Waffle's shot. Defensive rebound by the Thunderwolves. Taking it across the timeline is Tori Bass. A wide open 3-point attempt is drained by Jalen Long. Jalen Long was undefended on the near corner. And off of the hands of the Thunderwolves, and the Eagles will maintain possession. Substitution, Tamia Johnson comes into the game for the Thunderwolves. Comer inbounds the ball to Actor. Actor out to Waffle. Waffle tried to pass it to Awadi Okoye under the basket, and it was swatted away and recovered by the Thunderwolves. 3-point attempt there by Long was off the mark. Passes going all over the place from the Eagles. Offensive rebound by Okoye. Her shot's too strong. And the whistle and a jump ball, and it'll be Thunderwolf basketball. Substitution in for the Eagles, Allison Olsen. So coming out of the game was Olivia Waffle. Driving to the basket is Janiyah Davis. She was unsuccessful, so she passed it out to her teammate. Off the hands of Davis, and possession will go in favor of the Eagles. Inbound goes to Comer. Comer down to Powers. Powers drives to the basket, and she's fouled on the shot, so she'll get 2 at the line. Powers is good at the line, so it's the person you want at the line shooting foul shots. And Powers' second foul shot was off the mark, and Tied up underneath the basket were a few players, so a jump ball, and it'll be Chadron basketball looking at the possession arrow. The ball was inbounded and immediately shoved out of bounds by the Thunderwolves. Eagles maintain possession. Inbounding the ball is Okoye once again. And on that, the ball went out of bounds off of an Eagle player, so the Thunderwolves will have possession. Eagles find themselves down by 5 here. Pass deflection there by Olsen, but possession is maintained by the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves passing the ball around, finds an open person, and that was Jalen Long again for 3. This Thunderwolf team being very successful from the arc here early. And a foul and a push will go against number 13, Tamia Johnson. That'll be her first personal, second team foul on the Thunderwolves. Inbounding the ball is the Eagles. Goes into Actor. Actor to Tanabe. Olsen looking to pass it. She'll get the pass to Okoye. Powers at the basket. She'll get 2. So a successful 2 for the Eagles. And there's nobody to throw the inbound pass to on the Thunderwolves side of things, and so it took a minute for them to inbound the ball, and there's a foul off the ball, and the foul will go against the Thunderwolves. So the Eagles will keep the ball. Third team foul on the Thunderwolves. Actor with the ball, standing near the arc. Now out to Olsen. Tanabe. Now to Actor. Now down low to Powers. Powers looking to get rid of it. She'll drive towards the basket and be fouled. Foul was indeed on the shot. A foul will go against number 24, Deja Johnson, her first personal. 5th team foul for the Thunderwolves. And at the line shooting 2 again is Shayla Powers. She'll be unsuccessful at her first. And the second is just off the mark. Offensive rebound by the Eagles. Down low to Powers again, goes the pass. Now Olsen for 3, she's successful. Nice 3-point attempt from beyond the arc for the Eagles. Drive towards the basket, and that shot is off the mark by Davis. Now out to Bass. Bass. She'll take the shot. And off the mark, defensive rebound by Okoye. Tanabe takes it across the timeline for the Eagles. Actor passes down low to Powers, and Powers spins and puts up a 2 and falls through the basket. 1-point deficit for the Eagles. Pass goes to the corner. Landry Hudson. And a pass just got carried away by Olsen as it went way out of bounds down on the Thunderwolves side. There were no players in the area, and Actor tried to chase that down, and she just couldn't get there in time. Mass subs for the Eagles, a few different players in. And a pass deflection and a turnover by the Thunderwolves, and now a turnover by the Thunderwolves. So a quick turnover by the Thunderwolves led to a quick turnover by the Eagles. And then the Thunderwolves lost the ball out of bounds. So 3 turnovers in a matter of seconds. Offensive rebound for the Eagles twice there, and pass goes out to Ellie Ravenscroft. Now Tanabe. And Ayano will take the shot and is unsuccessful. It'll go out of bounds. And Thunderwolf possession. Just under a minute left here in the first quarter. Score is 17-16 in favor of the Thunderwolves. Three-point attempt is good for Charisse Fairley. Fairley again, another successful 3. She's been successful so far, only missing 1. Worrell will drive to the basket and put 2 on the board. Thunderwolves setting up the last offensive play here with 3 seconds on the clock. And the 3-point attempt is going to be back here in Chadron at the Chicoine Center. Thunderwolves will have possession. Before the break, they went to the replay monitor as Fairley got 2 on the board there. They went to the replay monitor to confirm that the 3-point attempt was before the buzzer, and it didn't take too long to confirm that the 3-point attempt was successful by the Thunderwolves. 3-point attempt by Worrell is off the mark. Offensive rebound by Olsen. Olsen to Tanabe. She'll find Waffle. Waffle at the top of the arc. Back to Tanabe. Under 10 on the shot clock. Ravenscroft is fouled trying to take the shot. Foul will go against number 23, Charisse Fairley. That'll be her first team foul for the Thunderwolves. At the line shooting 2 is Ellie Ravenscroft. She's off the mark on her first attempt. She has 1 remaining. And she'll convert her second. 25-19 lead by the Thunderwolves here in the early going of the second quarter. Fairley for 2. Fairley looking at her stat line from early in this. Not very many 2-point attempts, as all of her field goals have been 3-pointers. 4 for 5 from the arc. So definitely the sharpshooter from this CSU Pueblo squad. 3-point attempt by CSU Pueblo is good. There's Deja Johnson on the far side, getting 3 on the board. Olsen with the ball for the Eagles. Now to Ravenscroft. Out of the hands of Waffle, and Thunderwolves will be able to keep it inbounds and drive down to the offensive side of the floor, and a quick shot defensive rebound by the Eagles. Pass out to Tanabe. Nabe, top of the arc, passes it to Olsen. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Worrell under the basket, she'll shoot and is unsuccessful. Taking it across the timeline is Tamia Johnson, and a few quick points on the board there for the Thunderwolves. And the timeout will be taken by the Eagles. Let's look at the team stats in the contest so far. 32-19 is what we stand at with the score. Thunderwolves have the advantage on the Eagles here on this Friday evening. 12 for 20 from the field are the Thunderwolves. 7 for 18 are the Eagles. 60% for CSU Pueblo and 38.9% for Chadron. From the three-point arc, 8 for 11 for CSU Pueblo, so they are on fire from the arc with a 72.7%. Free throws, no free throws for CSU Pueblo, and 2 for 6 from the line are the Eagles. So the Eagles have a lower free throw percentage than they usually do at this stage of the game, 33.3%. So looking to improve on that here in the second quarter. Rebounds, 13 rebounds for the Eagles, 8 rebounds for the Thunderwolves. One tie, one lead change in the contest. And CSU Pueblo's led majority of this game with 73% of the game. So those are some quick stats on the game so far as Awadi Akoi gets her first points of the contest, driving to the basket for 2. 11-point advantage for the Thunderwolves. Largest lead has been 13, and that was just a moment ago. Turnover category, 7 for the Eagles, 4 for the Thunderwolves. And Fairley's off the mark with her three-point attempt there. Now Comer down to Liberty Line. Line wanted to drive to the basket, and she'll be stopped by Thunderwolf defense. Out to Actor. Actor to Comer. Comer to Line. Line shooting for 3 and unsuccessful off the mark. Defensive rebound by Janiyah Davis. Fairley will drive towards the basket, and she'll pass it out to her teammate beyond the arc. Fairley will take a shot at 3 and off the mark. Defensive rebound by the Eagles. Comer across the timeline. Comer driving to the basket. She'll lose the ball out of bounds off of the Thunderwolves. Akoi inbounds it into Comer. Comer's pass is offline and is intercepted by Janiyah Davis. Davis takes it down to the offensive side of the floor for the Thunderwolves, and an easy 2 on the board from Deja Johnson. Line near midcourt, has the ball punched out, but she goes back and grabs it. Looking to pass it to the teammate. She has Comer, and Comer will lose the ball right around the arc. Fairley will slowly set up the offense. She'll shoot 3 and is unsuccessful. And the Eagles get possession off of a high bounce off of the rim on the three-point attempt. Comer drives to the basket and off the mark. Defensive rebound by Davis. Davis driving towards the rim, will pass it out. Fairley, she'll take her attempt at the basket, and she'll be fouled by Akoi. She'll be shooting 2 at the charity stripe. First foul on Awadi Akoi. That is the first team foul for the Eagles as well. substitutions by both teams. And Fairley will drain her first. She has one shot remaining. She will convert both of her free throw attempts. Inbound by the Eagles. Worrell looking for a teammate to give it to. Worrell drives to the basket, and a charging foul will be called on Worrell. Possession will go to the Thunderwolves. First personal on Worrell. Worrell defending Jalen Long. Long with the ball once again. Long will drive to the basket and put two on the board. Actor will be fouled, a blocking foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul will go against number 14, Jalen Long. Her second personal, second team foul by the Thunderwolves. Ten seconds at the shot clock. And possession will be lost by the Eagles. And possession to the Thunderwolves. Fairley inbounds the ball. The top of the arc, and a travel will be called on Tamia Johnson. Worrell will be inbounding the ball for the Eagles. Waffle will also sub into the game for the Eagles. Worrell inbounds it to Actor. Actor will take it across the timeline. Actor out to Worrell. Worrell trying to get free of the Thunderwolf defense. She'll drive towards the basket, and a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow favors the Eagles. Seven seconds on the shot clock now for the Eagles. A quick shot there is off the mark by Ravenscroft. And a foul and a push on the Eagles. That foul will go against Olivia Waffle. That's Waffle's first personal third-team foul on the Eagles. Thunderwolves inbound the ball, and they'll shoot three, and they'll get a good three on the board by Deja Johnson. 20-point lead by the Thunderwolves. Worrell passes, nobody in the area, deflected off of a couple of Thunderwolf players, and eventually back to an Eagle, and a nice long three by Worrell. And the Eagles trail 41-24. And a quick shot by the Thunderwolves. A 3-on-2 advantage for the Eagles, driving to the basket and putting two up is Actor. So a nice quick offensive response on the failed attempt by the Thunderwolves. Davis too strong on her attempt. Three-point attempt is on the mark for Landry Hudson. Actor with the ball for the Eagles. Actor over to Worrell. Worrell for three. Off the mark. Defensive rebound by Fairley. And Fairley's shot is off the mark. Keeping that ball in bounds was Ravenscroft. And the pass will be deflected out of bounds and stay with the Eagles. Worrell inbounds it to Comer. Comer out to Worrell. Worrell to Powers. Powers to Tanabe. Tanabe will drive to the basket, and we'll see if the foul is on the floor. Foul will go against number 10, Morgan Dial. Her first personal, third team foul for the Thunderwolves. And the foul was on the shot. So 2 free throws for Tanabe. She'll convert her first. And she'll convert her second. Nice trip there for Tanabe. 100% from the free throw line to start things off in tonight's contest. Some passing from the Thunderwolves. Now at the top of the arc was Tori Bash. She'll pass it out to Morgan Dial, who was unsuccessful on her three-point attempt. It rattled around in the rim and came out. Olsen off the mark, off the front of the rim. Defensive rebound by the Thunderwolves. Ball was loose for a moment, maintained by the Thunderwolves. Davis to Bass. Bass will drive towards the basket, and she'll lose the ball, and a jump ball will be whistled, and the possession arrow favors the Thunderwolves. Actor will come back into the game, subbed in for Comer. High inbounds pass, and it's recovered by the Thunderwolves. Driving to the basket was Bass. She'll pass it back out to Long. Long will put 2 on the board. Excuse me, that was Dial. My apologies. Powers with the ball. 7 seconds on the clock, and her shot goes off the mark. Now under 5. And the shot by Davis is off the mark at the buzzer. Eagles shooting percentages by quarter. 53.3% from the field were the Thunderwolves in the first quarter and 50% in the second. And we are underway here in the third quarter with the inbound pass going to Comer. A turnover by the Eagles, and CSU Pueblo is running with the ball down the court and off the mark. Defensive rebound by Iano. Iano to Comer. Comer across the timeline. Comer will drive to the basket, and it's off the mark. Iano with an offensive rebound. She'll put up a shot, and it's off the mark. Fairley will have the ball knocked loose by Comer. Comer will take it across the timeline for the Eagles. Comer to Iano. Iano spins and takes a shot too strong off the rim. A brief 5-on-4 advantage for CSU Pueblo, but Eagle defenders all get down to the CSU Pueblo side of the court, and Fairley is off the mark. Had another three-point attempt there. A quick three-point attempt by Actor is off the mark. Defensive rebound by the Thunderwolves. Taking it across the timeline will be Tamia Johnson, and a 30-second timeout will be taken by the Thunderwolves. So a quick timeout to start the third quarter. Let's take a look at the shooting percentages by Chadron State by quarter. 43.8% from the field were the Eagles in the first, and 27.3% from the field in the second. So looking to get some better percentages as the time goes on here in the third and the fourth quarters. Let's look at the leaders in the block category. Deja Johnson with 1 block and Awadi Akoi for the Eagles with 1 block. Check in with fouls. Nobody really in foul trouble right now, as both teams do not have a team member with more than 1 foul. Everybody by both teams have 1 personal foul according to the in-house stats. And just out of the huddles come both teams and the buzzer, and we are ready for play once again. 24 seconds on the shot clock for the Thunderwolves. They will be inbounding the ball near the scorer's table. Inbound will go to Fairley at the top of the arc. Fairley drove to the rim, and she'll drive it back out. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Strong defense by the Eagles. Fairley for 3, and she'll drain it right down Main Street. 49-28 in favor of the Thunderwolves. Worrell at the top of the arc, passes it to Waffle. Waffle directing traffic to Iano. Near the free throw line, she'll drive towards the basket, and that's on the mark for 2. Quick 2-point shot there by Tamia Johnson is off the mark. Worrell will try a 3, and it's just off the mark. Defensive rebound by Johnson. Johnson will drive towards the basket, and she'll pass it back out, and the pass was deflected, but the Thunderwolves maintain possession. Powers got the ball, and she'll drive to the rim and is immediately fouled by the Thunderwolf defense. Foul will go against number 24, Deja Johnson. That is her second personal, first team foul on the Thunderwolves. Shooting 2 at the line is Powers. She will convert her first. 2 for 5 from the line tonight is Powers. Now make that 3 for 6. Converted both of the free throws on that trip. Fairley driving to the rim, and her pass will be batted away into the hands of Actor. Actor now to Worrell. Worrell on the near side. Passes out to Tanabe. Worrell will drive to the basket, and the pass is off the hands of, I believe that was Olsen under the hoop. So the possession will go to the Thunderwolves. Charisse Fairley will come out of the game as a substitution for her, number 21, Landry Hudson. Another substitution by the Thunderwolves. Into the game is Jalen Long. Few passes there by the Thunderwolves, and Thunderwolves lose possession there, and Actor will take it across the timeline for the Eagles as the ball ended up in her hand on the turnover by the Thunderwolves. Tanabe drives it into paint, and a foul, reaching foul on Janiyah Davis. That'll be her second team foul on the Thunderwolves. Eagles get the inbound pass in successfully. Powers will drive to the basket and convert for two. So some nice offense on display by the Eagles here as they've outscored the Thunderwolves so far in the third quarter, 6-3. Third quarter scoring, 2 points on the board for the Thunderwolves. Three-point attempt is off the mark by Olsen, off the front of the rim and out of bounds, and possession will go to the Thunderwolves, just out of the reach of Actor. Three-point attempt is good by Tori Bass. Nice three there for Tori Bass. I believe that is her first three-point attempt of the night. I am mistaken, that is her second. So 1 for 2 from the three-point arc. So 50% three-point shooter. And Tanabe weak on her three-point attempt and out of bounds on the Eagles. And we've reached the media timeout here in the third quarter, so we'll step aside. Eagles are trailing by 20, 54-34. Timberwolf lead. Back here in Chadron at the Chicoine Center out of the break. Thunderwolves lead at 54-34. You're watching CSC Live. Ethan Stray with you here on this Friday night in Chadron. Bass setting up her offense. It will go to Davis. Davis will turn around and shoot right around the free throw line, and her shot is off the mark. Defensive rebound by Worrell. Worrell down low to Powers. Powers will drive it back out. Actor wanted to shoot three, and Powers for two. three-point attempt by the Thunderwolves is off the mark. Shooting that three was Jalen Long. Now Worrell with Long defending. Worrell will spin to the basket, and her shot's just off the mark and tipped around and ends up back in Worrell's hands. Powers under the basket. And for three, it is good. Could not tell who shot that three for the Eagles, but a three-point attempt is successful by the Eagles. And a charging foul after letting go of the ball was Janiah Davis. That should be, I believe, her third personal. We'll get that to you in just a moment. Her second personal. Third team foul on the Thunderwolves. No fouls for the Eagles. Already past the halfway mark here in quarter number 3. Olsen drives to the rim and converts off the glass for 2. 13-point deficit for the Eagles, as that three-point attempt is just off the mark. Fairley rebounds it for the Thunderwolves. Another shot off the mark by the Thunderwolves, and a turnover by the Eagles, and a foul will be against Awadi Okoye. And it was on the shot is what was called. Shooting 2 at the line will be Deja Johnson. Johnson will convert her first. And Johnson will convert both at the line. Worrell to Okoye. Okoye gets it out to Tanabe. Tanabe for 3, and it's off the front of the rim. A foul under the basket against the Eagles, and Tanabe, her first personal, second team foul on the Eagles. Thunderwolves inbound it to Fairley. Fairley, quick shot off the front of the rim. Worrell will take it across the timeline. Three-point attempt by Actor is off the mark. Ball is batted around and recovered by Davis. Davis across the timeline. Davis over to her partner Fairley. And a three-point attempt there, and it's off the mark. That was shot by Morgan Dial. Defensive rebound went to Okoye. Tanabe takes it across the timeline. She'll take a shot, and it's good. 2-point shot on the board. And a nice quick 2 there to answer back from CSU Pueblo. That was Tamia Johnson converting for 2. Worrell across the timeline for the Eagles, slowing things down. Tanabe backs it out, gives it to Olsen. Olsen under the basket to Okoye, and Okoye was fouled on the shot. Foul will go against number 23, Charisse Fairley. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Thunderwolves. And McCoy is at the line shooting 2. She will convert her first. And she'll convert both. And subbing in for McCoy is Powers. Strong defensive look by the Eagles. Fairley now out to Tamia Johnson. Tamia Johnson dribbling the ball around towards the arc. Drives it in. And she'll go up for 2 is unsuccessful. Powers will give the ball over to Actor across the timeline. Now to Comer. Comer just came back into the game on the last substitution. Hand off to Ravenscroft. Ravenscroft under the basket to Powers. Now out to Actor. Comer for 3. Just off the mark. Offensive rebound by Powers. And Powers is fouled, and she'll get the and 1. Foul will go against number 2, Janiyah Davis. That is her 3rd personal. 5th team foul on the Thunderwolves. So the Eagles are in the bonus. Substitution now in for the Thunderwolves is number 14, Jalen Long. Subbing out was Morgan Dial. Powers for 1. And Powers converts the and 1. Nice 3-point play there by the Eagles to make the deficit down to 10. Game clock now down to 10 here in the 3rd quarter. Davis will drive it in towards the basket. She'll have to back it back out to one of her teammates. 2 seconds on the clock, and shots off, and it's off the mark. Back here at the Coin Center for 4th quarter action between the Thunderwolves and the Eagles. Right now, the Thunderwolves have a 10-point advantage starting out the 4th quarter. The Eagles have started to go on a run on offense just before the break. Pass goes out to Fairley. To be successful on defense, the Eagles are going to have to keep Fairley under control as she'll score 2 there. She's the leading scorer for the CSU Pueblo squad. And she'll get a nice block there, and a whistle and a turnover by the Eagles. Three-point attempt there by Fairley, and it's unsuccessful. Comer will pass it out to Actor, who's already across the timeline. Olsen in the corner. Olsen, pass down low to Waffle. Waffle to Powers under the basket. She'll be fouled and get another and 1. Great job converting at the net by Powers. Going up for 2 points on 2 different drives and forcing a foul from the Thunderwolves. She'll be shooting 1 at the line once again. And she'll convert the and 1. So a great play there by Powers. Now down to single-digit deficit for the Eagles, a 9-point deficit that is, 60-51 in favor of the Thunderwolves. And the ball will go out of bounds off of Davis, and the Eagles got something cooking. Short pause as Tori Bass comes back into the game. It's good to see Bass back in the game. She took an elbow to the face under the basket on a previous drive, and it's always scary when you got your nose up there, your eyes could hit you in the eyes, could hit you in the nose, so great to see that she is okay and back into the game. And a travel will be called on Olsen. Turnover goes to the Thunderwolves. Bass will take it across the timeline. Pass it over to Fairley. Fairley to Jalen Long. Long to Davis. Davis back out to Deja Johnson, who will convert for 3. Actor. And waffle under the basket and off the hands of the Thunderwolves. And the Eagles will get the ball back. 8 minutes left here in quarter number 4. Again, we'll have the men's game here at the Chicoine Center about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this contest. Worrell got the inbound pass and just off the mark on that three-point attempt. And out of bounds off of the hands of Olsen. Great attempt by Olsen to try and keep that in bounds. She's been diving all over the place trying to keep things in bounds and has been just so close to keeping it in bounds. But that time the ball hit the front line of the end line, and so that's out of bounds. And right now the Thunderwolves on offense have been struggling here in the late going versus what they've been able to produce in the first couple of quarters. As a long pass down to Tanabe, and Tanabe will be fouled. The foul will go against number 23, Charisse Fairley. That is her third personal, second team foul by the Thunderwolves. Shot clock at 24 for the Eagles as they inbound the ball to Actor. Actor near the top of the arc. Actor hands it off to Tanabe. Tanabe will lose her footing and lose the ball as well. Thunderwolves throwing the ball around down there on offense, trying to get some good look at the basket. And the pass, I believe it was deflected off of an Eagles player and then off of the Thunderwolves, as the Eagles will get the possession there. So some strong defense forcing some tight passes by the Thunderwolves. Pass down low to Okoye, and Okoye to Powers for 2. Nice display of passing by the Eagles there. Good job by Okoye under the basket, directing traffic. Got Powers open for a shot there. A 10-point deficit by the Eagles again. 6.5 minutes left to go. Interesting placement for CSU Pueblo, and a charging foul under the rim as an elbow was put into an Eagle defender by Tori Bass. Substitutions, mass substitutions for CSU Pueblo. Pass into Tanabe, who is near the timeline, now takes it across the timeline. Worrell right by her side. Tanabe drives to the near side of the court. Now to Powers. Powers will be fouled as there was a shove. Foul will go against Charisse Fairley. That is her fourth personal, fourth team foul on the Thunderwolves. Powers will convert for 2 on the inbounds pass. And the Eagles are within 8. Good crowd on hand here, chanting defense for the Eagles. Eagles have shown some good defense so far in the later stages of this contest. Worrell will take it across the timeline after she got the defensive rebound. Worrell to the rim for 2, and It's now a 6-point game, making things interesting here in quarter number 4. Scrambling around with the ball was Tamia Johnson. Fairley for 3, and it's on the mark once again. Fairley right now has 26 total points. Powers under the basket for 2 as she was undefended. And the timeout will be taken by the Thunderwolves. It'll give me some time to tell you about the leaders in today's contest. Just touched on Charisse Fairley with 26 total points. Right behind her is Deja Johnson with 15. Shayla Powers, the scoring leader for this Eagle squad with 23 total points. 10 for Samaya Worrell. Rebounds, Powers with 7, Worrell with 7. Fairley with 7, and Davis with 4 for the Thunderwolves. Now flipping over to steals. There's been a handful of steals in the contest today by both teams. Deja Johnson with 2, and Janiyah Davis with 2 as well. Emily Actor, Shayla Powers, and Caden Comer both with 1. Personal fouls, 3 on Charisse Fairley, 3 on Deja Johnson, and Janiyah Davis with 3. Wadia Coy has 2, 1 on Olivia Waffle and 1 on Emily Actor. As it stands, no personal fouls on the Eagles here in quarter number 4, and 4 team fouls on CSU Pueblo. Shooting percentages at the high for today's contest for the Eagles. Like I said, 43.8% from the field back in the first quarter, 27.3 in the second quarter, 38.9 in the third quarter, and now shooting a 71.5% from the field are the Eagles here in quarter number 4. So coming on late offensively are the Eagles. They've stormed back from a large deficit at the half, an 18-point deficit at the half. And the timeout, I believe, will be granted to Chadron. The timeout was called before the jump ball was signaled. It will be a 30-second charge timeout. I believe that is the second timeout by either team. So both teams have 2 remaining. So let's look at the team stats. 24 from 56 from the field as the team are the Thunderwolves, and 22 from 52, a 42.3% are the Eagles. From the three-point arc, 14 for 31 for CSU Pueblo, which is pretty outstanding, right around the 45.2% mark, and 27.8%, 5 for 18 from the Eagles. 10 for 14 from the charity stripe, and 4 for 4 for CSU Pueblo. So 100% from the free throw line are the Thunderwolves. And we are ready for play once again as the inbounds pass goes to the well-defended Powers, but she'll spin in there and get 2. A 5-point deficit for the Eagles, so the Eagles climbing back here. And here come the defense chants again from a nice crowd on hand here at the Chicoine Center on a Friday night. Fairley will have the ball taken away from her by Okoye. Thunderwolves will inbound the ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock. Inbounds pass is long, and it will go to Tamia Johnson. Tamia Johnson drives to the rim, and not even close with that shot as it rattles off the glass. Tanabe will take it across the timeline. Okoye with the ball. She'll drive towards the rim, and she'll put up 2 and convert It is now a one-possession game, 66-63. Tremendous effort by the Eagles. Another strong defensive stand here. 10 seconds on the shot clock now. Fairley with the ball at the top of the arc. She'll drive towards the rim and unsuccessful. And Powers with the ball out to Tanabe. Tanabe out to Actor. Actor down low to Okoye, who will spin and convert for two. 66-65 in favor of the Timberwolves, and a full timeout will be called by the Thunderwolves. We'll step aside as the action is getting interesting here in the fourth quarter. 2:39 left. You're watching Chadron State College women's basketball on CSC Live. Back here at the Chicoine Center, score is Thunderwolves 66 and your Eagles 65. 2.5 minutes left to go here in Chadron in the women's contest. And there's two on the board for Landry Hudson and CSU Pueblo, and a pass goes over the head of the Eagles. Pass sailed out of bounds. Actor was the passer, and Olsen climbed the ladder to try and get to that pass, and just out of her reach. Back to a three-point lead for the Thunderwolves. Fairley wanted to take a shot there, but she'll pull it back. Now to Davis. 5 seconds on the shot clock, and the three-point attempt goes out of the rim. 20 seconds on the shot clock on an offensive rebound. Minute 50 now. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Davis. Now Fairley for three. She'll drain it. 6-point lead by the Thunderwolves. Tanabe down low to Powers. Powers out to Worrell. Worrell for three, and it's off the mark. A 5-on-4 advantage for the Thunderwolves, and they'll back it out. And the foul will be called on Actor on a reach. That is her second personal, first team foul on the Eagles. Davis will be inbounding the ball for the Thunderwolves. One minute remains in the game, and Davis will be fouled by Powers. That'll be Powers' first foul. Second team foul by the Eagles. Eagles have a few fouls to work with. Shot clock will be reset to 20. Davis with the ball near midcourt. She'll drive it in and drive it back out. Now with the ball is Landry Hudson. Hudson to Davis. 3 seconds on the shot clock. 1, and shot clock violation. Possession goes to the Eagles. 35.6 on the clock for the Eagles. They have a 6-point deficit. 2 quick threes, and you can tie this thing up and go to overtime. Eagles inbounding the ball. Actor inbounded it to Powers. Powers across the timeline. Tanabe will drive it in. Heavily defended. Now out to Olsen. Olsen will be fouled. And that'll be the 5th team foul for the Thunderwolves. Olsen will be shooting 2. That is the 4th personal on Janiah Davis. Converting her first is Olsen. Olsen shoots her second. It is just off the mark and out of bounds off of the Eagles. And there will be a review on who the ball went off of to confirm who has possession here with 22 seconds on the clock. Right now, as it stands, the Eagles need to get 5 to tie, 6 to win. As I have a minute to recap the action, let's look at the first and second quarters. CSU Pueblo had 23 points both in the first and second quarters. Chadron State had 18 in the first, 10 in the second. Eagles would score 20 in the third, as CSU Pueblo only scored 12 in the third. And again, as it stands, 71-66 in favor of the Thunderwolves. Chadron's outscored the Thunderwolves here in quarter number 4, 18-13. A long baseball pass over the head of Fairley. She'll gather it in, and she'll be fouled, and there goes the and one attempt. Foul will go on Olsen. That'll be her first personal. 3rd team foul on the Eagles. 19.5 seconds on the clock. And shooting 1 is Fairley. Fairley converts. Timeout will advance the ball by the Eagles. Let's recap the team stats in tonight's contest in the closing seconds here. 27 for 62 from the field is CSU Pueblo. 25 for 56 are the Eagles. 43.5% and 44.6% from the field. In the fourth quarter, the Eagles have really turned up the offense as they had 80% from the field, 8 for 10 the last time they got stats, which was right around the 3-minute mark. Free throws, 5 for 5. So CSU Pueblo will get out of here with 100% at the free throw line unless there's another foul by the Eagles. 11 for 16 from the charity stripe are the Eagles. That rounds up to about a 69% at the free throw line. 41 rebounds in total for the Eagles, 11 offensively, 30 defensively, 28 for the Thunderwolves, 23 defensively, 5 offensively. And there's the buzzer, and teams will break their huddle and will be underway here in the closing seconds of the fourth quarter. Again, stick around here on CSC Live as the men's game will be in about 20 minutes from the conclusion of the contest of the women's game. Worrell inbounds it, and it's immediately batted out of bounds. Shot clock is off as the game clock is under 30. Inbounds to Powers. Powers to the rim, off of the front of the rim, and defensive rebound. And a foul will go on Powers. That'll be the 4th team foul for the Eagles. And the 2nd personal foul on Powers. Inbounding the ball will be number 4, Tori Bass. Bass inbounds it, and it's immediately off of Powers and out of bounds. 10.7 seconds left on the game clock. On the inbound again, another foul, and that'll put the Thunderwolves in the bonus. 8.8 seconds on the game clock. 5 team fouls for the Eagles. That foul went against Samaya Worrell. That is her 2nd personal. So shooting 2 will be Jalen Long. Long unsuccessful on her first. Long tonight, it's her first trip to the free throw line. So Thunderwolves won't get out of here with 100% free throw shooting as a team, as Long converts her 2nd. Worrell for 3, and it's off the mark, and that will be the ball game. So the Eagles will fall 75-66 in the women's game against CSU Pueblo. We'll be back at the Chicoine Center in